The most challenging region there could ever be on this planet is Antarctica. We're discovering ourselves, discovering what a human being is capable of. Don't get out! The shore's a long way off! You'll freeze! New records, new challenges. These are absolutely wild places. I'll be speaking in both languages because we have a mixed group here, Russian and English. My name's Natalia. I'm the representative of Morskaya Pratika here in Punta Arenas. About tomorrow's logistics, we board the bus and drive to the airport. At the airport, the important thing's to find the check-in desk marked with the letters DAP. That's where we'll go through and get weighed. We're getting ready. The flight kept getting pushed back more and more, but finally, we got our boarding passes. A year since February, but we're not there yet. We're still on the plane, still heading there. Well, let's hope we actually make it, by the way. The flight has just been delayed, canceled in fact, and most likely will now depart tomorrow. Usually the weather. Right now the weather in Punta Arenas isn't great. Last time it was bad over on the island in Antarctica. On our second attempt, we've almost made it. Now the only thing left is to land. We flew, and now we've landed. We're on Waterloo Island, also known as King George Island. The plan is to find our boats, there they are, Amazon and El Dorado, then load up our gear and head to the church. We've arrived at Bellingshausen Station. We've brought an icon of my grandfather, the Higher Mater German Riaschensev, bishop, and now we're heading to the Church of the Holy Trinity to present it to Father Alexander. Have mercy on us and save us, for thou art good and the lover of mankind. Amen. God save you, brothers and sisters, for your prayers. Yes, a truly wondrous thing. A saint's icon has come to our church. In everything you undertake, may the Lord prosper you. May He be your helper and protector everywhere. And to the setting of new records. Captain Second Rank Fatty Bellingshausen was the first man ever to lay eyes on Antarctica. And now we're here, with our team, with our extreme kite expedition. My name is Lev Wolfovich Rodstein. I'm a captain, a senior mentor captain with Morskaya Praktika. Our plan naturally is entirely built around one thing, making sure you accomplish your main objective. Today's challenge is unique in the sheer difficulty of pulling it off. No one's ever truly kite-surfed here before. There have been attempts to ride a little along the shore, back and forth, but nothing of real significance in kite-surfing, like a crossing from one island to another, has ever been done. So we set ourselves an ambitious goal, to set new world kite-surfing records in Antarctica. There are 2 of us on kites, me and Kostya, 28 of us in total. Everyone else is coming along as our support, but they're taking in Antarctica with eyes wide open. And that's my job, with your help and the captain's help, to show all 28 people the place we've come to. Roger that.
Copy. Reading you.
Fedor Filipovich, how's the swell over there? Can we come and pick you up or not? Over. Alright then, let's say 8:30. Somewhere between 8:30 and 9.
And that's settled then. See you tomorrow.
Alright, take care. See you tomorrow, my friend. Good night. Good day. Over on the Drake side, there's a long beach. And look, the surf's a little smaller over there right now. Well, have a look.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands high from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair.
The wind's still light for now. They'll pump the kites up to full and we'll see how it all goes.
Have you ever seen Miss Lindy? She likes to dance all day. And when she does rock and roll, it takes your breath away. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl with bright hair.
There really is very little wind so far, of course. Gusty, is it? Not gusty exactly. There's just not enough of it. It won't hold you. Meeting Fedor Konyukov just recently on Mauritius. I watched a film about Fedor Konyukov. They screened it for us. And at that moment, I certainly never expected I'd meet Fedor Konyukov himself. In Antarctica, no less. He has a station here. And that I'd actually get to tell him a bit about kiting and show him what it actually looks like. Here, come on in. This is the tent itself. See, there it stands. The winds here are enormous, and the pressure too, so I've built a windbreak around it. Fedor Konyukov, an amazing man. Very open, very easy to talk to, extremely friendly. And here he is, inviting us into his home at the station, telling us what he works on, showing us his equipment. He studies microplastics in the water. And people say to me, "What are you doing knocking about out there? You know, that slacker Konyukov just sitting about." And people simply don't understand this. Even those close to me say, "What are you doing this for?" The microplastic is in the penguin droppings. But it was, it is, and it will be. So what's it to you? Well, it matters. So that someone back home in Moscow or some other city stops and thinks. Because truly, if we drop a bottle into the sea in Chile, and we drop one, 4 years later it'll be in Antarctica. The wind's picking up. It'll be the sun, yes, like this, or a sunrise. What are we drawing there? Here I am painting a sun and I should be painting wind. There, the expert says it's beautiful. Well, no. Fedor and I are just standing here, watching, practicing. And that's it. Training's over. Thank you. I'm so glad to have met you. So glad I came. So am I. So am I. How far do we have to go? From here? 14 miles to this point. Somewhere around here, guys, we catch our breath, make a landing, size up the situation, and do some riding. Radio check. Whose radios are switched on? AIS check. Checked. The AIS units are showing. AIS all visible. All good. All three. You can get down here. You can get down here, definitely. We launch over there, on the leeward side, right? Let's go take a look at the launch spot. Not a great idea. So what do you reckon? Do we give it a go or put it off? Look, if we set up here, we try to launch from the leeward side, and we head off in that direction. Maybe we put it off. Look at the weather. It's pouring rain right now. Making the call on shore that we're not going out when the conditions make it seem like you could just about go. It's just on the edge of possibility. Just about. Making that decision's hard. Look, we won't get through that way. We won't set the record. You start riding here. There's a rock ridge here, another one over there. We can't get to you quickly in the boats, because it's shallow here, and God forbid you hit a rock. In these conditions, in ice-cold water with no support boats, taking a risk like that is wrong. It's unacceptable. It's better if we wait for proper conditions and set the record then. The problem is, we might make it out there and then not get back to the boats. So let's go. Tea, coffee. With all the riding experience Kostya has, he simply feels all of it by now. Instinct. When you can get through and when you can. That's why I trust him completely on this. That's the hardest thing. To say that's it. But arguing with Kostya is pointless. I insisted once when we were crossing La Perouse Strait. We didn't get through worth a damn. So we sucked it up and moved on.
Передралась вся компания честная, тут били девушек, Маруську розу раю, и белым лично возьмешь паровоз.
My name is Denis Popov. I'm Vladimir Popov's son. Andrei Popov, son of Vladimir. My name is Vladimir Popov, and Vladimir Popov's my father. Zhidlovskaya, Sofia. Honestly, I think this is just epic. Before this, I'd only heard about it and watched the YouTube videos people sent me. I've taken part in crossings before. You have to be a very unusual person to actually want to go to the strangest places on Earth. And especially now, in Antarctica, it's unbelievably hard. The way I see it, that's exactly how it should be. If you have the chance, if your health is in good shape, if you have the time, you need to go out there, see, explore. The same thing woke up in our father. Some new strength, a fresh surge of energy. Why don't I go and set a few records while I'm at it? And again, I'm insanely proud to be related to him. I'm very proud of him. It's a remarkable thing. We had quite a tough start, just a tiny patch of ground. It was hard to get the kites up. I stepped into the water, And that's exactly when I had my encounter with a leopard seal. In that moment, I got seriously scared. I could see just how fast it was. But then it seemed to decide not to mess with us and moved away. I set off, I'm riding, everything's going great on the water, and then suddenly, bang, I'm down. The board had struck an ice floe drifting just under the surface, and that was my first fall, and I had another 2 or 3 like it, even though I only had small fins on and no hydrofoil either. So in the end, we set off. Everything's fine, I'm flying along on the board, the waves aren't too big, and the next shore is only a short hop away. But to reach that shore, we had to pass between 2 icebergs. And that's when it began. This turbulent wind. It would spill off one iceberg, get drawn in, slam into the other, spin into a vortex. Bang! And that turbulence knocked me off my feet several times. At one point it hit so hard that sitting in the water in those gusts, I couldn't get the kite up again. The shore was very close by then, so I had to release the kite and make it to shore on my board. Volodya, are you... or what? The shore! Get out! The shore's too far! You'll freeze! I'm not frozen yet. You will freeze! I'm not cold. Nothing difficult at the finish this time. I just rode up to the shore and set the kite down myself. The finish was easy. Not getting in the boat? You want to go the rest of the way to shore? Fine, then I'm coming to meet you. Oh, Volodka, you had yourself a proper swim in your signature style. I just want to say, guys, the record may be ours, but without a support team like this, it would never have happened at all. So, looking each of you in the eye, starting with the captain, I want to say, guys, thank you so much. Without you, we simply wouldn't have done it. Kostyan, say yes. 100%. Every record's a feat. You step over some boundary, and if you don't step over it, there's no feat and no record. So you have to understand why we came here, and appreciate the size of that step, across the line we hadn't been past before. Deception Island, planet Scrap Iron. Now let's go see what those columns are all about.
So greetings friends from Deception Island, a very special place. It's the closest to walking on the moon. I have traveled far from my own native land, far away over mountain, far away over foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, well, there's none to compare with the cliffs of Dunedin. Fare thee well to Dunedin, fare thee well for a while. Blessed to be here.
We reached Bellingshausen on time on February 26th. We were ready to head out, but we've now been stuck at anchor here for 4 days. First it was wind, then fog, then rain. Yes, nothing here is predictable. The forecast is simply working against us. We step outside and look. Is the wind blowing or not? And yesterday you saw we were planning to make a crossing, but the weather wasn't on our side either. Well, it's getting completely dark for us. What do we do? Well, listen, there's nothing good in the forecast at all. The expedition delivered excellent results. We managed to get out on the water and to set world records, and we gained enormous experience. That everything here is genuinely hard, even with the preparation we had. The wind is tougher than what we trained in on the Cuverville Islands. The weather conditions are tougher. After all, we depend on the wind, and we depend on the weather. So we leave with the feeling that a great deal was accomplished. A great deal we managed to attempt, but not to finish. Crossing the Antarctic Straits isn't just a challenge. It's a test of a very particular kind. On Earth, this may be the most extreme test a human can go through, and not only in this sport. Why do people climb into Formula One cars? Why do people jump from the stratosphere with a parachute? To get into the Book of Records of Russia or the Guinness Book of Records? Yes, but far less than to be written into the Book of Records of their own heart. The results, on the whole, are good. Of course, you always want a little more, but we'll take pride in what we achieved. The team is wonderful. 28 of us here, and by the end, we're like one family. I'm very glad it turned out this way.